Hello, my name's David and I'm the product manager of the SMEMA Adaptor family. Today we're going to show you software updates of the SMEMA to Hermes Adaptor. There are three types of updates. One is an operating system image update. This can be done offline using a USB stick. You download the image from the support pages. You put that image onto a USB stick, you boot the adapter up from a cold start, and then after about 10 minutes the new image gets loaded onto the adapter. This takes the adapter into a factory reset situation, just like it is when you buy it first. The images are created every so often, so they might not always include the latest versions of Multiplug or the extensions. So actually the second types of updates you might need to also do after a image update. So the second types of updates are Multiplug updates. Multiplug is the platform software, and you can do the updates both offline and online. Online being a connection to the internet, offline being you download the file with a connection to the internet, using a connection to internet with a laptop or a PC that has that connection, and then you use the browser to sideload that update onto the adapter. You do a restart and then it applies the update. Multiplug extensions, for example the Hermes extension, you can do the same kind of update. You can do it offline or online. So in this video today I'm going to show you a few things. First of all, an online update of extensions, and then an offline update of extensions. I'm going to briefly go over the similar process updating the Multiplug. I'm also going to briefly go over how to do an update using the Multiplug Discovery app. And then something that you should actually do before any updates, which is backing up recipes, which are the settings of Multiplug, and then restoring them after you do the update, and also how to keep up to date with software updates. I'm not going to go over a operating system image upgrade today. There is a full tutorial written down on how to do it in the support pages if you would like to do that. So I have a few adapters that need the upgrade. So if I go to let's start from the page you're familiar with. So this is the operator area. So if I go to the cog, which then takes me to the settings area, if I then go to the extensions tab, and if I then go to NuGet gallery, adapter's gone away. Check the internet with all the latest versions. This is all the extensions that you can install. It shows the extensions that are installed because it's got a current version number. So if we go down to Hermes, we can see that we've got version 8 installed at the moment, and version 10 is available. So if we go to update, it tells us some information about the extension. It gives us options to view the projects page, which then gives you some release notes and gives you an idea of whether you need the update. So then if we go to update button, the update button here, the adapter goes away and downloads the new package. The actual installation happens on startup, so you need to reboot the adapter by clicking this button, and then we shall wait.
A few moments later.
So the Multiplug has restarted itself. We're back to the NuGet gallery page. We can now go to home, and now we can see that the Hermes extension is now on version 10, and it is installed. So that's the first adapter updated. Now I want to show you doing an offline update using a sideload method. So we're going to download the extension. First of all, how to find out whether you require a new version of software. Let's go to the cog, let's go to settings, and let's go to overview. Just down here it shows you the version numbers of all the extensions and also shows you the version numbers of Multiplug. So if I look at Hermes, again it's version 8, so that might require an update, but you won't quite know until you check manually. Of course, there's no automatic way of doing this. So if we go to the support pages of the adapter, if we scroll down to the bottom, you'll see downloads, and you'll see all the individual elements you can download. So you can download the extension there, Hermes extension, but obviously there's no version number. If you go to the NuGet page, it will show you that it's version 10. And so if you cross-reference 8 to 10, you can see there's an update. Release notes are shown here, and it will show you all the list of issues that have been updated since version 8. So you can download the package there, or we can go back and we can just download it here. So if we click here, we will download the extension, and it's downloaded onto my local computer. So now if we go to the adapter we want to upgrade, if we go to settings, extensions, update, it will show us the Multiplug version, but it also gives us a sideload option. Choose file, go to the place where you downloaded it to, and then just hit sideload. Update complete to 10. Pending updates, restart system to apply the updates. Settings, overview, system restart. Restart the software.
A few moments later.
So Multiplug has reloaded, adapter's restarted, and now we can see that if we scroll down to the Hermes extension, it's now at 10. So that is a sideload version option of doing an update. So next, what we're going to look at, Multiplug updates. Multiplug is exactly the same process. For a online update, if you go to settings, overview, update, and refresh the version, you can see that the current version is 80, latest version 80, so there's no update required. If there was an update, you just click that box there and click update. For offline updates, similar process we had before with the checking the version numbers manually. There's the package information there. And as you see, it's already at 80. Download options there, or if you just click download there. Once you've done the update, you can do a sideload there. So the same method of installing extension side loading, you can do the actual Multiplug core side loading. Other options to update using the Multiplug Discovery app, this is kind of a last resort, one of the last resorts, or just another option. If you open up the Multiplug Discovery app, you'll notice there's the maintenance button. If you click on the adapter you want to connect to, click maintenance, you have to enter the operating system password, which will be the same as the Wi-Fi password. Again, go to the support pages to find out how to extract your password. You click connect. There's a number of commands you can use, for example restart, shut down the Multiplug instance, but here you can do an update. If you're doing an extension update, you download the file as I've showed you before. You then browse to it, and then you click the update button, which is here. If you were going to do a Multiplug update, you can actually not download it manually, but just click the NuGet download, and the actual application will go and download the latest version of Multiplug for you. And then you just click the update button, which is here when you connect to the actual adapter. So that's just there just in case. I'll show you that just in case. So the next stage is backing up and restoring recipes. So again, this is something you should have really done before an upgrade. So all recipes are saved into recipe via file extension, and you'll see a list of all the extensions you've got recipes for. You've got an option to download the recipe per extension. So if we do that now, this is essentially backing up the settings. So we've now got it backed up onto our main computer, and you should obviously save that to a good place. And then when you come to then restore the recipe in the future, you can then use the side load button. You can then do choose file. You can then select the recipe. You can do side load, and then go to the home area, and then go to the extension you want to push into the Multiplug solution. So if we then do push, this pushes the settings into Multiplug, and the extension then takes that settings, and then click deploy, and you will find that the settings are then restored into the extension. If at any point you want to reset Multiplug to a blank state, essentially, the easiest way to do it is to untick the save box like this, and then restart the system. And what will happen will be that the on shutdown of the Multiplug, no settings will be saved. Therefore, on restart, it will be blank, and then you can then reapply or restore a new recipe. And that's great if you want to restore existing recipe, or let's say you've gone to our supports and they've given you a recipe to then restore that we've already obviously tested, and then it should be good at your end. So that's restore recipes. So the final point is keeping up to date. So naturally you can do that yourselves by just double checking version numbers and then reading release notes. So let's just take a look at that. So if you go to the support page, as I've already shown you before, all the elements of the software is there, and you can double check the version numbers. We also have a newsletter which we will issue software updates on. When you purchase the adapter, the email that you've used will be added to the email list by default. But if you have any team members or any other interested parties, You can sign up to the newsletter there. I would encourage you to do that. When you see there's an update, you can look at the issues page of the extension of that update, so that extension. So if we then went to, for example, the Hermes extension, we can then go to the Hermes issues page, and that shows you all the live issues. If you went to milestones, and in this situation a closed milestones, you can then look at, so we just installed version 10, didn't we? So if we went to version 10 and then closed issues, we will then see all the issues that were closed, and then we can go through them and decide whether anything that we've spotted is appropriate to us to install that new extension. Obviously I would encourage you to keep up to date anyway, but the issues area is a good area to monitor, because you might see something that is on the roadmap of being implemented. So we can see here, for example, that the routes and the action element is requiring test, which means that it's not final yet. If you do spot something in here that is appropriate to you, or you've come across it as a bug, don't be afraid to email us to highlight that there's a problem that needs to be resolved, and that might bump up the priority list of things that need to get done. Any issues that you highlight to us, we will then log in this area here. This is for the Hermes extension, and for any other extensions they will have their own issues areas. So it's just a good idea to just keep up to date with the progress of the software development. But I obviously encourage you to sign up to the newsletter, and that will give you your push of things to change. So I hope that helps. That's the overview of updating the SMEMA to Hermes adapter. Cheers.